God is limited.
When your enemies surround you, surround the throne of God with your prayer.
Jesus Christ is the King of Kings. He is the Lord of Lords, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the I am that I am. We all know that all power belongs to him, and everything that he created, he did it on his own knowledge and his own power. He did not consult any person for him to get power from. So we have to know that it's a unique God and it's a supreme God. I'm going to show you a quick video from Pastor Chris. He was trying to let us understand in this video that God is limited. He was saying so many things in this video in which we can pay attention and listen to what Pastor Chris have to say. So without not wasting my time, let's pay attention and listen to what Pastor Chris have to say in this video.
To his children, looking for someone to pray. Looking for someone to pray. Because you see, God is limited by our praying. Surprised? He wants to do more, but he needs us to pray. He needs us to give him the right to do what he would love to do for us. I'll show you a few scriptures in a second. Very important. See. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. Let's take a look at it. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for who? All saints. Praying for all saints. Making supplication for all saints. Praying for everyone. Somebody said saints are those that have gone to heaven. They include those on earth. You can't be praying for those that are in heaven. This one says to pray for them. So these are the saints on earth. Amen. All right. Romans chapter 8. Let's read from verse 26. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought. But the Spirit himself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. Next verse. And he, God, he that searcheth the hearts, knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of God. And what follows this? Look at the next verse. And we know that all things work together for good, to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. See how he needs us? How he needs us to fulfill the Father's will? Matthew chapter 18. Go to verse 18. Watch something now. I said God a lot of times is limited by our praying. If we don't get to do something about it, nothing might be done. Look at it. 18, verse 18. Verily, Jesus is talking here. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. On earth. Heaven responds. Look at it. Whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Verse 19. Watch this. Again I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on earth, there's got to be action on earth for heaven to respond. If you don't do anything, heaven cannot respond. Even though blind Bartimaeus was crying out, Son of David, have mercy on me. Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus said, what do you want me to do for you? What do you want? Then he said, I want to receive my sight. You have to be specific. Crying, help me.
I know you finished listening to what Pastor Chris has said in this video. He was trying to let us understand that God is limited in so many things, in which he was explaining into details. Let's be very careful and pay attention to everything that we do. We have to read the scriptures on our own for us to know the authentic truth. And we know that God can do anything in his own power and his own glory and his own wisdom. I'm going to show another quick video from Dr. Mensa Øtabil. He was trying to let us understand so many things in this video, in which he was explaining a lot of things. So without not wasting my time, let's pay attention and listen to what Dr. Mensaotabil has to tell us in this video.
Psalm 3, verse number 4. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill, Selah. So David knew what to do when he was in trouble. People are saying God has abandoned him. But he says, when all of this was going on, I cried to the Lord with my voice. When we are surrounded by enemies on every side, we have to learn to turn our attention to God. And David uses the word cried. The word cried there means a deep, intense, and passionate expression through his voice. So this is not something he's doing in his head. He's not internalizing his pain, but he pours it out with his voice. So he cries to God. He makes a loud sound to God. And probably it wasn't even a sound of prayer. It was a sound of pain where he cries to God and he says, God, look at what I'm going through. It's intense. It's not a ritual prayer. It's not a quiet prayer. This is a very passionate prayer. It's heartfelt. And David says, I cry to the Lord with my voice. Not just my spirit, but my voice also expressed what I am feeling. There are times when we're going through difficulty and your prayer just becomes an outburst and a cry to the Lord. And there is a place for crying out in intensity to God. And there is also a time for praying quietly. Even Jesus had moments when he cried to God, and then the moments when he prayed very quietly. There are seasons and different ways of expressing our prayer to God. So, when your enemies surround you, surround the throne of God with your prayer. They are around you. You to go around the throne of God with prayer. And many times when we see people turn against us on every side, we become disoriented. We don't even know where to turn. Do we go to the left? Do we go to the right? Do we tell everybody about our problem? Do we cry to our friends? But David knew where to go when he was in trouble. And that was his secret. And throughout the Psalms, you see that David shows this attitude of always going to the presence of God, going to the tabernacle of the Lord, just waiting on the Lord when he was in trouble. Because he knew that in as much as people around him could help him, his greatest help will come from God. And so he always surrounded the presence of God, the throne of God, with his prayer, with his cry, and directed his anxiety to God.
I know you finished listening to what Dr. Mensaotabil has said. Let's stick to it and let's pay attention to everything that he has said. And I said earlier on, let's read the Bible. Let's know what the Bible is trying to let us understand. Because if you read the Bible and you get your own knowledge, you know where you are going and you know what you are doing to glorify the name of the Lord. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you another time.